Welcome to my video number 25. This is just a very brief introduction, very, very basic structure of Agartha, the Hollow Earth systems that are based mostly 90% in Astral and Ethereal Realms. They exist more or less, for a large part, outside of our dimensions. Much of it does exist inside of the Earth, but in different ways that we might not fully understand. But here we go with just a very super basic introduction, and I'll be explaining and expanding on all this much more in a couple more in-depth videos. One of the things I'll be talking about in other videos is the South Pole and North Pole gates, as well as the various shifting of the main tunnel systems. One of those main tunnel systems would be Mount Shasta, another one might be in Shambhala, another one in Tartaria, one over here in Egypt, one over here in the Nazca lines, the various main places throughout the world. These tunnels can move from one location to another with their entrances and exits. These are all visions that I received over the past couple of years concerning Agartha, which is more of a concept of hollow earth cities and bases held by many different kinds of beings rather than just one location. It's not one location, it's numerous locations throughout the earth. Now here are the tunnel systems again. There's a whole bunch of tunnel systems that go through the earth, and these tunnel systems move like giant rings spanning across the planet, spanning all the way across. They move and spin like a bunch of spinning rings. One's going this way, one's going that way. Different rings all throughout the earth, like a bunch of spiraling ringlets. The inside of these tunnel-like systems are various other threads, like fiber optics, where there is some for elementals. Elemental fairy has their own channel. Aliens have their own channel. Light beings, to the Didanan, angelic, gnomes, elves, cryptids, each have their own channels from which to travel through these tunnel systems. Agartha is a bunch of main cities, bases. Most of these cities and bases are found underneath the main mountain ranges throughout the world. And speaking of that, we go to Agartha, one of the main super cities, has a giant ascension and descension gateway known as Tartaria. This Tartaria field is kind of like an oblong field, flat field like area that exists just west of China, of their mountains, the West China Mountains, and above the Himalayas in India. You'll see sort of like a flat area surrounded by upper mountains on either sides, almost surrounded by mountains. And in this area is where Agartha can exit the earth and come back into the earth. And when it goes in, or sometimes out, it will create paranormal like phenomenon that is often seen in these areas, this area of Tartaria. There are numerous like spring-like energies that emanate from the molten core of plasmas. There's a molten core at the Earth's center. It's made of plasmas of all kinds of EMF energies. This creates a form of light that is converted in this field. It's reconverted into a sun-like energy, like photons of light. So it's not a real sun at the center. It's not a real sun, from what I've seen. It's more of an energy conversion into photons and spread throughout the areas, spread throughout the main cities in networks. Now these spiraling cords here are like springs of energy, vortices of energy from these bases that act as faster than light. They move in time dilation. They spring, and it's like the springing of UFOs. They can jump from one side of the earth to the other side or anywhere. The source, these springs can be a source of dark matter and dark energy. They can be spontaneous and form almost anywhere. These springs are like vortices. They appear at the ley line junctions, which again, these tunnels can attach themselves. These tunnels can move from one tunnel system to another tunnel system at the different ley line junctions. Like I said, there's time dilation pockets used by UFOs and whatnot to jump. Let's see, I think I've covered almost everything already in this very quick introduction. More or less, the cities and bases, again, exist in Astral Realms. Some of them do have permanence. Some of these main cave systems that people have found and discovered, they only go for a certain amount of depth, and then they enter into a more astral thickness of ethereal energy. These tunnel systems that people have found are usually cut off at a certain distance, and you can't go any further. There are military, US, and other government agencies working alongside some of these bases inside of the mountain ranges. They are working for future endeavors between the human race and the other alien races of the universe. Again, these aliens can move through different tunnel vibrational systems that are found within the main tunnel system. It's almost like a bunch of fiber optics, one fiber for each different being, so you don't get log jammed and crashing into each other or anything like that. Alright, so that's just a very basic look. I will get further into depth of the North and South Poles, their exits, and I'll make a better map of this. It's just a very simple one. Alright, so thank you very much, and we shall speak again soon. Thank you.